What's up guys, welcome back. I'm Eladazi and this is another video reaction from Cruz, which says, should marriage be till death do us part? Pro-divorce versus anti-divorce, and we all hear these things during that big day in, most people are going to say, in the woman's life, which I'm like, wait, in the woman's life, is she the only person getting married? So I normally say which is like the big day in both their lives, and then the pastor goes in sickness and in health for ritual for prayer, and then till the do us part, and you hear these soon, very like the moment this part ends, they're like married already. You hear them say along till the death do us part, and then you see them 3 years 5 years down the line, and then you wonder if all the things that are being said during the ceremony are just words with no meaning. So yes, I am really very much excited to hear what they have to say.
Please signify if you agree with the prompt. Divorce is the only way out of an abusive marriage.
I can't stand abusive marriage anymore. I've experienced coma, go 3 times. I will advise separate, say like 2-3 years, 4 years, and see the both partner will adjust. If it does not work, go for divorce. Let everybody say calm down. Then let's see who is the devil and who was the angel.
I don't believe that divorce is the only way to save a marriage personally, but if someone can abuse you in a relationship, someone can lift their hand up to hit you, why are you married to that person? What are you doing there?
Can the disagreeers now speak?
Okay, divorce is not the only way out. Think back. It has not always been beating now. There were real good times. Think back about that good times. Think back on how you started. You would definitely find a loophole somewhere. I hate beating, but no one is insane. You will not die inside that marriage.
Amen.
Go away. Stay separate.
The only reason I'm on this side is because of the word only. Divorce is not the only way, actually. Even legally, there's something called judicial separation, which means that you are legally allowed to stop cohabiting with this person for the reasons that you would ordinarily divorce that person. Also, there's been so much focus on physical abuse. Abuse can be psychological, it can be sexual, it can be financial. It's not just the physical abuse.
Well, as he rightfully said, there are so many sides of abuse, but mostly it's like in this part of the world, mostly we concentrate on the physical abuse and then leave the other aspects of it. Now, there was this, I don't know, I think what happened last year or last 2 years, there was this gospel musician, a Nigerian gospel musician, and then she was beaten to death in the marriage. She was beaten till she died. She left some kids. Now the thing is, if that father is in jail right now, the mom is no more, who are going to take care of the kids. So sometimes people stay in marriages because of the children, but at the same time you have to think that if this physical abuse that I am suffering from this person who is my husband, this person who is supposed to protect me, and then I am being beaten day in and day out by this person, should I still be in this marriage till one day when he beats me, I don't get up anymore? So yes, as I said, I do get why sometimes some women just stay in the marriage because of their children, but at the same time you have to think of your child also. You have to think of these kids also, because nobody's going to take care of your kids better than you do. It doesn't matter how loving you have a family, your mother, your siblings, whoever, nobody can take care of your child better than you do, unless you are not so good of a mother yourself.
My name is Fisayo. I'm 28. I'm a legal practitioner. I'm married and a year and 3 months now. I'm pro-divorce because I don't think divorce is a problem. I think divorce is rather a solution to a problem.
I'm just going to start with this. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, but I can't prefer a solution as to what anyone should do. I'm still quite young, but I'm gonna say that at the end of the day, we've convinced ourselves that divorce is the cure-all answer to it, and it's really wild because based on the data, the people who have divorced, right, and gone in.
Well, divorce isn't the answer to everything, but sometimes that is the best solution. I'm sorry if you disagree with me, but sometimes divorce is like the best solution for both parties.
To second and third marriages have way less chances of it succeeding.
And before I continue, I just want to say that which one, the pro or anti? Anti is against, right? So yes, anti-divorce. I do not subscribe to divorce, but sometimes some situations that you think that your life is in danger, divorce is like the best solution.
67 for second marriages and 73 for third marriages. Even when we're not talking about abuse, people just think it's normal. People just think, I mean, it's degeneracy to society. The analogy I love to use is, imagine society like a body, like a human body, right? And the family is the cells of that society. When you begin to break it off, one by one, it causes, you don't know the effects. So saying divorce is just a cure-all excuse and normalizing it is like saying we shouldn't drink liquid because we have the chance of choking. It doesn't make sense.
What happened to dialogues? What happened to having a conversation? Because before the two of you got married, you courted, you saw those signs. What happened? You were in love, you just ignored the signs. Continue ignoring the signs now.
Yeah, there are some people that maybe not in all cases, but then we do hear them on social media, we do hear them on the internet that, oh, before I got married to my husband, he was, hitting me here and there and all that. He was abusing me mentally, emotionally, but I was like, he's going to change when we get married. And then now 2 years, 3 years, 5 years along the line, he starts to, pick up those behaviors that you noticed before you got married, and then now you're complaining. If somebody is abusive towards you in the beginning of the relationship, I don't know how in God's name this person is going to come out of it. I understand that, I mean, people do change, okay, people do change, but there are some behaviors or some characteristics of people that if you think that actually being in the same environment or the person is going to change because now you guys are married, then I don't know. There is no perfect woman or perfect man in this world, but then there are some behaviors that you pick up during your earliest part of your relationship that for me, I'm like, no. If I pick this part in the earliest part of our relationship, like you just hit me, you have anger issues, no, I'm sorry, but that's it. We are not moving on to the next stage. That's it.
Why did you have to? No, hold on. Except you didn't see the sign, and nobody can say they did not see even the slightest bit of signs that this person could be abusive.
A friend of mine was hit stabbed to death just because of beans. That the beans was not soft enough for a man to eat. The argument started. Okay, let me go and cook it more. He said, why is it taking so long? Just for the woman to say, it's beans. You allow it to soft and say it's too strong. Wow. Started punching the woman. She retaliated to save her life. The next thing the man did, he picked a bottle beside him. A pregnant woman with 3 months child in her womb. Before she rushed to the hospital, she passed away.
All these things that she has said because of beans, he hit her, he picked a bottle, hit her head with this, she was pregnant, she passed away when they get to the hospital. And then look, I would say that wasn't like the first time. I'll say that wasn't like the first time. That is something that I don't know the person, but I'm just saying that it was going on. That situation that she just described, that wasn't the first time. It was going on, but I mean, she was like, I think she was like, he's going to change and all that. And then all these things, and somebody comes to tell you that is what they are going through. They are being hit in the marriage, they are being physically, psychologically abused in the marriage, and then you're like, divorce isn't the only solution. When these things happen, the people, I'm no expert, okay? I'm no expert in these situations, but I feel like when these things happen, say the man abuses the woman, right? When the man first starts abusing the woman, after his eyes cleared, he came to apologize. The wife was like, okay, and then he does it again, and then he apologizes. He does it like, how many times should he continue to abuse you, continue to apologize for you to realize that I might one day not make it out of he abusing me? So as I said, I am no fan of divorce, but sometimes divorce is like the only option. If and then I'll say that both families knew about this, because if I am married and then say my husband hits me, I'm going to tell his family, his mother or his dad, and then tell my parents as well that this is what I am going through in the marriage. We are both going to be called. Say like they talk to us, and then like we settled everything. So they already know, both families already know this is what was happening in the marriage, but then they're like, Ghana, is going to change, just you that you are being abused, they are telling you to have the patience. Una de bia papu no, they'll tell you, oh, nyantuwasi, and then one day tuwasi no, maybe a piano no, mochi.
I feel like the topic they've been using is too subtle for you guys. So you have it, child. Male
Yes,
or
I
female?
do. Male.
You have children, sorry, ma'am. Male or female?
Male, female.
Ah, beautiful. Okay, so like, we'll be talking about physical abuse since, let's say for instance now, your husband sexually abused your daughter. Are you going to
God
stay with him?
forbid.
God forbid. Yeah. But it happens. These are things that happen. Will you stay with him after?
First and foremost, let me tell you the truth. I would definitely want to find out that thing.
No, if your daughter come and meet you, start asking her, is it true or not? If your husband sexually abused your child, or your wife sexually abused your child, and you find out it's true, what are you going to do?
You know the beautiful thing about that question? I'm going to consider priorities. If I leave my spouse, right, what consequence do you think will be greater? Leaving that marriage is not going to reverse the emotional trauma. If I'm a mother and I didn't...
Is he, I'm sorry, but did he understand what he just said? Is he crazy? Your child, whether female or male, whether a girl or boy, comes and then tells you that his mother or his father is sexually abusing him or her, and then you're like, so when you divorce, what's going? I'm shocked. Okay, wait, let me listen to why
I didn't have any education whatsoever. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I don't make any form of money at all. And I know I need that for financial assistance. I'm going to say, look, I'm prioritizing my daughter's or my son's future ahead of this abuse. This abuse, it already happened. It's a bad thing, right?
Well, I
but
mean,
it already
if
happened.
you
But I'm
divorce, like, it's
prioritizing
still,
that future.
there are countries that if you divorce,
Let me help.
there will be financial compensation.
Let
So
me
if you are
help.
going to
But
get
I don't know whether he's answering the question that the guy said or he's saying something different, because I don't understand what he's saying. If he is answering the question that the guy posed, that if your child comes to say that he or she is being sexually abused by your partner, that is his mom or his dad, are you still going to? And then you're going to prioritize your child's future. Say you're not working, you're not a working mother, so you're still gonna be in the marriage. If somebody sexually abuses their child, they won't stop there. That's the thing. If somebody sexually abuses their child, they are not going to stop there. If nothing is being done about them, they are not going to stop there, because they're like, I did it once, nothing happened. I'm going to do a lot. Maybe we don't hear some, but we do hear some on the net that you see an adolescent, you see a girl child, and then the person she's pregnant. When you ask her, she's like, her father got her pregnant. These are all so crazy things that we do here. Even Antenna, I'm sorry, but even Antenna, if you are one who really listens to Antenna, you hear a lot of these stories that, oh, my father and my papa and me die and papa and I cannot show you like wine, but oh, my papa ba. And then, I don't know. As I said, I don't know whether he's answering the question or this is like a different thing that he's saying altogether.
Now,
Sure.
wait, if you know you're
always sure.
if you know you are going to get financial compensation from divorce,
The
are you going to do it?
reason,
You
the
never
reason
know.
you shouldn't
If you
get
know.
divorced
No,
due
you only
situations
know when
like
you're in the
that.
divorce
The reason
process.
who is going to help the man? Like the man needs help, obviously.
course, I
you
know the
cannot.
help that he needs.
Assuming that's your husband.
I'm sorry,
that's
you're
your-
sexually
that's your
assaulting my
responsibility.
child and you're telling me I should be
that
responsible
is your-
for him?
Yes, you.
Bro, what?
As a
The
wife,
man should be in
as a
jail.
wife,
He
you
should
should
be
be
in
responsible
jail.
for
What
your. Did you? Has it been like that? Did you know that he has
After he
been like
assaults
that?
my daughter, I
Something
start
is
interrogating
definitely
him. Have you
wrong.
been like this? Is this your first time?
So
Seriously.
putting him in jail, how does that?
I'll be at peace
Are they
knowing that whoever assaulted my daughter.
Are you sure you'll be at peace, or you're just imagining that?
Let me address a lot of issues that have actually been raised here, most
Are
of
you
which
serious
border
with what you're
on
saying
criminal
right now?
allegations. If a man rapes a minor, that's a very grievous crime, regardless of whether he's the father or not. And the right steps that should be taken, because you're saying the emotional abuse has happened, you're right. But that daughter will grow up knowing that the mother condoned it. That's a greater emotional abuse.
Yeah.
So the best thing the mother can do at that
I tell my mom that my dad is sexually abusing me. She gets to know, not like I just tell her, she actually sees it with her eyes that it happened. And she covers it up, and I still stay with them. She doesn't do anything about it. The first people in this world as a child who are supposed to protect you are your parents. Your mom, your dad. Your dad isn't doing that. The dad is causing harm to you. So you're like, my mom is there. She's going to... Even it's the mom before the father. Honestly, the first person that actually protects you the moment you step foot in this world is your mom. Because she's like, you came out of me. Even though you are your father's child, you came out of me. And then I tell you that this is what my dad has been doing. And then you cover it up. And you are thinking, say... if he's been jailed, who is going to take care of us financially? That is crazy. Who's going to take care of us? Who's going to take care of us? You, the mom, what are you doing? Because of financial assistance, you are going to keep quiet and then make me go through this. Make me be in the same environment as this person who I call father, who abuses me. I don't know if I should believe what they are saying, or they are just saying it because there's a camera right in front of them. I'm shocked. I can't think straight with this, with the answers, with what they are saying. My head aches. God damn it, my head aches. Serious. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if these people deserve they deserve the police to be knocking on their door. I don't know.
point is to do everything to protect the child, which includes making sure that the father, if you're not going to at least report the father, you take the child away from that environment. But you can also, like I said, if you divorce this man, you have a legal claim to financial support that it would be binding on him. So you saying if you leave, it would, no, that doesn't happen.
Look, I just want to commend Cruz for this, for bringing a lawyer, a legal practitioner into this whole argument or into this whole debate, whatever. I just want to commend them because what they are saying, they are using a fiasm. what they're saying in Ghana, we call it AFSM. If something happens in the family, we just say it's in the family. It doesn't need to go out. AFSM. That's what these people are doing here. Cause come on. If you don't want to divorce him, if you don't want to report him, take your child comes first. Take your child out of the environment. Because the likelihood that this person who is your husband, who is the father of your child, to do it again is very high. It is very high because in his mind, he knows that my wife knows that this is what I'm doing to our child. She's not doing anything about it. It's crazy. There are some things that so just on temper before it gets out of hand. So just for the earliest part before it gets out of hand. Because what they are saying, like that.
It is always
like
it
that.
depends, and like I said,
no.
once you're able to prove certain things in courts, and when you're talking about if the man
talk a lot about corruption.
Hold on,
He's allowed
the
to
man is not even for some reason convicted of that crime because obviously the burden of proof is really high in cases like that. You have recourse to so many, like I said, the law is there to protect. A lot of times we just don't test the law in the courts simply because we have this ideology that, it doesn't work. It works, it just takes time.
But
Honestly.
that does not mean that they are divorced.
Yeah.
Yes, he asked me that question and it shocked me. I want to be sincere. He has answered. He has said exactly what I wanted to say. Separating that child from the father is the most important thing at that moment. So, but that does not mean that you are divorcing your husband. If this type of incident happens,
is it the word divorce that they don't want to hear about it or what? Because I feel like this particular woman, I mean, respectfully, is like she doesn't. You can be separated from your husband for like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but if you are not divorced, she's okay with it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, separate from him for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, but do not divorce him. If I am separated from you for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Throughout all those period, nothing, we couldn't reconcile. What makes you think that we are going to reconcile in the 20th year? It's crazy.
Really happen, and you find out it is true, would you still marry that man?
I will still be with my husband, but
God forbid.
Listen, I will still be with my
A man that will
husband.
sleep with me and sleep with my daughter.
See, if I am the child, I'll arrest you and my father.
A man that I got wedded to. If I'm a lawyer, I would sentence him to death. What were you even thinking of? Oh God.
Yes,
Let
I
me
will
deal with
still
such
be
a
with my
man.
husband. But let me start very well and talk. See, do you know that time the man is already separated from me? That does not mean I'm divorced from my husband. But that time, my own mind too is not even at peace with him. Because that is a devilish act. Law can decide to take me to jail or whatever.
That's if you report him.
Yeah, that's if there's a report made.
Yes. No, there will definitely be a report.
Oh, that is going to
No. This is
Yeah,
just the
they
fact.
should.
The man will definitely be reported. But that does not feel mean that I will divorce my husband. I want you to get that fact.
Okay.
I will definitely stay away from him if Christ died for me.
I don't know. There's just this part. What, 30 minutes into the video, I have a headache. I don't know if I'll be able to continue with this whole thing.
I have been taught that forgiveness should be the key in everything. Assuming such a thing happens to me, I will go gaga. I will feel like tearing him apart with my hands. I am not going to divorce my husband. I will watch and see that he suffers very well and get to realize the evil he has done. And my parents taught me that divorce is not an option.
I get this woman. Like, I was mad at her. But listening to this part, I can say divorce is not an option, but I'm going to make you suffer. That's what she's trying to say. No, I won't divorce you. No, I won't divorce you. If it is for me to take my child somewhere far away from you, I'm going to do that. Okay, for the the mental health of my child, to make sure that my child is in a safe environment, I'm going to take the steps of taking my child away from you. So even if I am to send my child to my parents, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to divorce you. We are going to stay in the marriage. That's what she I like her. She was getting on my nerves with the things that she was saying, but I like her. Anyway, let me know. It's been hectic. The first part, I have never gotten a headache whilst reacting to a video as I did with this particular video, because I still can't believe that they were saying something like that. But anyway, let me know what you all think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and also leave a comment. If you have nothing to say, just say hi.